Microsoft just announced the new computer use tool within Microsoft Copilot Studio. So I want to show you step by step how you can set it up for your agents within Microsoft Copilot Studio right now. So as I said, as of recording this, Microsoft has just announced computer use and its ability to be used within your Copilot Studio agent. So this feature is currently still in preview, not suited for production agents or anything like that. Just have to put that disclaimer out there. But nonetheless, I want to show you how you can set it up for your agents. And before that, real quick, I just want to explain, at a high level what this is. If you're watching this video, you probably understand what computer use is in some way, but just for the sake of explaining it, this is a tool that lets your agent now interact and automate tasks on a Windows computer. So this includes working with websites, desktop apps. You no longer need like a direct connection to be able to do things. And there are a lot of certain use cases where you may want or need computer use in order to accomplish it. There's a video here I'd recommend you check out. I'll have a link to this in the description down below, as well as a link to another Microsoft video on Copilot computer use. But nonetheless, let's hop over to Copilot Studio and show you how to do this. So what you can go ahead and do is click on the Tools tab up here. Go ahead and click Add a New Tool. And then underneath New Tool, you'll see Computer Use. And again, there's the preview disclaimer. Go ahead and select that. Now, something that's really cool is you really just have to describe what it is you want it to do. You don't have to map out and kind of record your screen and do all these things. You can describe it using natural language. It will take these instructions and understand them. Now, something that also makes this particularly powerful over other tools is that this is going to use generative AI to accomplish the instructions. And so if you've used like computer use in the past for other things, say there's an unexpected pop-up window or the messaging changes or the button moves, that can sometimes break previous iterations of this. But now with generative AI, it's going to read that pop-up message. It's going to find where the new button is or understand the new text on the screen and still ultimately accomplish what it is you want it to, or at least it says that it will still ultimately accomplish what it is that you want it to. And the scenario that we are using today is we need this agent to submit the citizen developer contact us form. So on the citizen developer website, there's a contact form where you can get in contact with me and submit any questions that you may have. And we want this agent to do that on behalf of us. So it's going to go to the website, fill in the form, and submit the form. So I've already kind of drafted up some instructions and everything in testing and preparation for this. And you can go ahead and add your instructions in here. I think it's a little bit easier to go through it on the next screen, but go ahead, add your first pass at some instructions into that, and then click add and configure. And then this is going to bring you to this screen. And I think it's really important that you fill in not just the instructions, but also the name and the description. I found that the performance actually was pretty heavily impacted by the description of the performance of the computer use action. So let me go ahead and just fill these in now. So here, this is the fill in the contact us form, and this tool will fill in the contact us form for the citizen developer website on behalf of the user. There are already predetermined inputs for the form, as well as some instructions here. And kind of like this sample shows, I found that the performance actually improved if you want to add some numbers to these as well to outline the numbers that this thing should follow. So at this point, I don't necessarily need any of these other inputs. Let me go ahead and save this. And once you save it, you'll have this green check up here, and this button, this test button, will now be enabled. I think it's really important that you do this. I find that this test experience takes longer than in the actual chat, so it might be a little tedious, but you're going to want to go ahead and click this test button. And this is going to then slowly go through the steps that the computer use is taking, as well as show you screenshots if/when they load on the right-hand side of where it is in each of those steps. So this will probably take a couple of minutes. So you can see that it is going through the process. Okay, computer use has started. It's opening now the browser, step 1. In the instruction. Step 2 being maximizing the browser for better visibility and opening up that website. Now it's filling in the email provided. Okay, this is actually super interesting because I could tell by the screenshot it had added agent test to the email and not to the first name. But this is a funny example of how the AI that we can lean on has caught that error and is looking like it's correcting it and moving it now down to the first name. So it looked like it kind of kept confusing itself, trying to fix what was in the email, and eventually said like, all right, let me just clear this out and restart. There we go. Now it's gone ahead and added the first name and the last name to this form. It's filling in the subject as defined in the instructions, and there it has just clicked the submit button and brings us to this screen. And I don't know if you heard my computer just ding there, but that was definitely my Outlook receiving that contact form submission. Okay, I would say at this point the testing is working. I can hit finish testing and it's already saved, it's ready to go. And so now I can just go ahead and test our agent here. Let me go ahead and fill in kind of a pre-filled message saying, hey, I want to submit the contact us form. We can see that the agent finds the tool and begins the process. And something that is really cool is those updates that it was sending, it will actually send those updates to the chatting user. This is not just the test pane experience, but actually to the chatting user as well. Now, I recognize that this could likely be used in several autonomous agent capabilities. And so if nobody's interacting with it, no one's going to be sitting here reading these updates, but it is still really cool to see from a user experience perspective. It's cool to see that it's providing all of these screenshots as it's going. I can see it typing out different inputs. Seems that here in this example that some other miscellaneous tab has opened up, something regarding settings. For whatever reason, it had clicked on the settings. And so now it's closing that tab and navigating back, hopefully, to the form. Okay, interestingly, it has decided to just start over, and maybe this is a good example to just be like, this is the beauty of computer use and generative AI in this thing, especially being in preview. But I'm going to sit here. We will just cut to this thing being wrapped up for the sake of all of our time. Okay, we are back. It has finished. It has gone ahead and submitted the form. And if I go ahead and just open up my email here I have received the email and it's saying, hey, here is agent test last name. And they wrote a message was sent with agent computer use. And so that email has come through, no problems, no questions asked. Now, if you have any questions regarding things I did not cover or yours is not working in this way and want to get in direct contact with me, you can using the first link down in the description down below to get directly on my calendar. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. This is a full playlist that outlines all of the videos around Copilot Studio on this channel for you to check out. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. My name is Griffin Lickfeld, the host of the Citizen Developer channel, and I'm excited to connect with you in the next one.